Why do you think most long distance relationships fail? And is there any solution to this?
Okay, so personally, I think there are various reasons why most long distance relationships don't work.
Okay.
And one of them is lack of structure. Because see, for any real relationship to work, there should be physical bonding.
Yeah.
Which means that when you're starting your long distance relationship, you should have a schedule on when you and your partner will meet.
Okay.
Because it is so important to keep the hope alive. Now, most people just rush into long distance relationship without any plan on when to meet. And before you know it, the whole waiting time, they get tired in the whole process.
Yeah.
And having a structure will even help you know how to communicate better. Because you might be in Nigeria and probably your partner is in
the US or
UK, and the time zone is kind of different.
Yeah.
So your partner might be at work and probably you are sleeping. Do you understand? So if you don't have a structure on when to call
And when
when to do things, what happens is there will not be miscommunication. Now there will not be understanding issue. Two of you now start fighting unnecessarily. But when there is proper structure, when there is schedule, when there is enough planning, you will be able to navigate through this long distance relationship easily. Do you understand?
Yeah, I did.
This will help you avoid unnecessary misunderstanding, unnecessary drama.
Yeah.
So this is one of the ways to actually make your long distance relationship work better.
And another thing is, in a long distance relationship, I think partners, they should actually talk about everything.
Yes, very important. Effective communication.
Yeah, effective communication is very important. Don't hold back.
Yeah.
Be transparent, be candid. Talk about family, talk about future. Like, how's the future going to look like? So that you guys can, easily work better with stuff.
And that will also help with the trust level.
Yeah.
Because when you know so much about somebody, you don't feel the need to be too inquisitive
about them. Yeah.
You're not too curious. You are not
no suspicion.
No suspicion, because
Yeah.
it is very easy to have trust issues with long distance relationship, especially when the two partners are not fully opened.
Yeah.
So talk about the past, talk about the future.
Exactly.
Talk about what you're going through.
Exactly.
And again, I think another important part that can make long distance relationship work well is being in company with your partner and not just having conversation.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is most people in long distance relationship misquote conversation with being in company. So conversation is when you're just talking, you're communicating, effective communication. But the problem with that is that if you have to keep communicating every time, like more like talking every time,
yeah,
you will start getting tired of each other.
Yeah, it gets
because it takes more mental capacity to actually talk every time. And at a point, you might not have anything to talk about.
I tell you.
And at that point, two of you start drifting away from each other.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to talk about. But if you're in company whereby you guys play games together, online, you guys play online games
virtual dates.
In fact, cook. Cook and let him watch you cook.
Yeah.
Do stuff and let him watch you do it. Do you understand? And because you don't have to talk every time. You don't have to think of things to say, because because I remember I dated somebody in South Africa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I had a long distance relationship, and I think we dated for like about a year.
Oh,
very beautiful relationship.
And you guys didn't see each other?
We didn't see each other.
Wow.
At least she's even married now. God bless her. Do you understand?
Okay.
So the thing is, we talk a lot. But at a point, I started feeling as if we've talked about almost everything. At that point, the communication will start dragging. So it started dragging, and it kind of drifted off apart for a while.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I think the problem there was that, okay, we're being in company with each other. Every time we're always talking. And talk will always finish at the point. You understand?
Yeah,
we get tired of talking. So
yeah.
Do you understand? So for me, I believe that if you're in company with your partner, share moment together. Do you understand? Go out and video.
Yeah.
In fact, make technology your friend. There is no point in hiding anything, because the moment you start hiding, it will start bringing assumption. And assumption bring frustration. And frustration will not bring nagging. And nagging bring fights. And before you know it, the relationship don't scatter. Yeah. You know, so, and I think these are the ways to make the long distance relationship work better.
Yeah.
Because so you have to communicate well, like talk about every single thing.
Talk about everything.
Then have a structure. In fact, that structure for me is one of
number one.
Because without
no structure,
the other thing it will be
no relationship.
Because most people will say, okay, fine, I want to follow the tide. Okay. But the problem with just following the tide is that by the time the tide start tidying you up, you now start becoming angry, you start complaining unnecessarily.
Yeah.
So for me, have a structure, communicate effectively, and be in company with your partner. So, and I think with this, you should be able to navigate your long distance relationship perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, so For me, I believe that for a long distance relationship to work, you have to communicate effectively. Then you need a structure, because without structure, everything will just be rubbish. And if you think you can follow the tide, the problem with following the tide is that at a point that tide will start tiding you up. And when it start tiding you up, you start being frustrated. And from frustration, you start complaining. And complaining will lead to nagging. And nagging will not lead to fights. And before you know it, there's no even relationship in the long distance relationship again. In fact, sometimes you'll be the only one in the ship.
Dating yourself.
So I believe that these are the ways to actually manage a long distance relationship. So if you've learned something from this video, if you've gained something from this video, or if you have any opinion, just drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So share to your friends, share to help that person in that long distance relationship, get better. My name is Israel Onodare.
And my name is Neyola.
So see you on the next video.